what makes powerful audio, right? Or audio storytelling.
Well, storytelling is certainly very powerful. And there have been, Paul Harvey, who was a newscaster, news stories we think of as those aren't really stories. The people who can present that as if they're speaking to me and only me, where he used the word you all the time. He never said all you folks out there or everybody or we. It was always you. He once told me that the way he went about preparing was he would sit down, find the 14 most interesting things he could in the news and from letters, wherever it came from, write 14 stories, and then he'd make his poor secretary come in and sit across the desk from him. And he said, I'd look her right in the eye and I would tell her 14 stories. And I was like, wow, that's a great, finally, after about 20 years, he didn't make her come in and do that anymore because he had it down.
He could imagine her sitting.
He could imagine.
Now, the rest of the story. Bert was a short story writer, a successful one. He wrote for magazines mostly, about 20 short stories and 5 serials a year. Fiction, of course, every imaginable topic, but one topic. There was one potential short story subject repeatedly rejected by Bert's editors, and wouldn't you know, it was the one subject closest to Bert's heart.
How much of it was that first impression, personality, and how much of it was the idea that they had?
A lot of it was first impression. Sometimes you had people who were great at ideas but not very good at execution, and vice versa. And it's very difficult to tell someone with a good idea, I love your idea, I want to use it, but you can't do it. I want to get someone else to do this. In other words, you're going to write it for them, and I'll have them present it, or the other way around. You can't write worth a damn, but you can sure as heck spin a yarn and tell a story or translate copy into something interesting and compelling. And then sometimes you get lucky and you get someone that can do both. But sure, I mean, I've put people on that I thought, this guy's a natural. But, I always said too, everybody's got at least one great talk show in them. Everybody. There's not a person in the world that doesn't have one great story they can tell you. But do you have thousands?